Imagine this. It's 2 a.m., you're wide awake, and your brain is spinning through a mental checklist of everything that could go wrong tomorrow. What if your PC breaks down and you can't work anymore? What if you suddenly need emergency dental work? What if you get hit with a surprise medical bill or your washing machine decides to flood your apartment?
If this sounds like your typical Tuesday night, I'm about to share something that could completely change how you sleep. And it all comes down to hitting one specific number that most people never even think about.
$15,000. Here's why that number flips a switch in your brain. There's real science behind why hitting certain savings amounts creates massive psychological shifts in how you think, act, and make decisions every single day. But here's the thing, when you finally reach that magic number, you're actually standing at the edge of the most dangerous financial cliff that 90% of people fall off of. Let me tell you about my friend Jake. Jake had been grinding for months, saving every penny he could. He was so disciplined, skipping dinners out, buying generic groceries, driving his beat-up Honda instead of upgrading. Then one day, he checked his account and saw something he'd never seen before. 15 grand sitting there, looking back at him. For the first time in his life, Jake felt rich, so he celebrated. Bought himself a $3,000 watch he'd been eyeing for months. "I deserve this," he told himself. "I've got plenty left over." 6 months later, Jake was back to zero. What happened to Jake happens to almost everyone who reaches this level, and it's not what you think. The problem wasn't the watch. It was the psychological trap that this amount creates in your brain. You see, the moment you hit this milestone, you enter what I call the danger zone. This is where most people's financial journey ends before it even begins. Why? Because this level gives you just enough confidence to make terrible decisions, but not enough money to recover from them.
Suddenly, that car upgrade no longer seems so crazy. That vacation you've been delaying feels well-earned. That business idea of selling waterproof tea bags your friend keeps pitching appears to be a sure thing. Your mind shifts from a scarcity mindset to what researchers refer to as pseudo-abundance. You feel wealthy, but you're actually just financially vulnerable.
It's like being given a loaded gun when you've never had weapons training. The tool that could protect you becomes the thing that destroys you. But here's where it gets interesting. The people who understand what this number really represents use this moment as a launching pad. They don't see it as money to spend. They see it as the minimum viable foundation for building real wealth. The smart money move at this level is to immediately establish what I call the untouchable foundation. This means treating your first 10 grand as if it doesn't exist. It's your foundation money, your never touch this money, your sleep at night money. The moment you start dipping into this foundation for anything other than true emergencies, you're on the path back to zero. Your remaining 5 grand becomes your opportunity fund. This is money you deploy strategically, but only for things that have the potential to generate more money. Skills development, income-generating investments, business opportunities with clear paths to profitability, not consumer purchases, not lifestyle inflation, not keeping up with appearances. Now here's what's fascinating about reaching this level. Your relationship with risk completely transforms. When you had $0, every financial decision felt massive because it was. When you have this cushion, your perception of risk gets distorted. A $1,000 purchase suddenly feels small because, hey, you still have most of it left, right? This is dangerous thinking that leads to what I call death by 1,000 cuts. But there's another shift that happens, and this one's powerful. Look, if you're still watching, you're already in the top 10% who actually care about building wealth. Prove it by hitting like and subscribe, because what I'm about to share next has helped thousands of people turn their first savings milestone into 6-figure portfolios. Your relationship with time changes completely. When you're broke, you're focused on surviving the next week or month. When you hit this milestone, you can start thinking in quarters and years. This is crucial because wealth building requires long-term thinking. You can now make decisions based on what will happen 12 months from now instead of what you need right now. This time horizon shift is where compound interest becomes your best friend instead of just a concept you read about. Here's the math that'll blow your mind. If you never add another dollar to that base but earn 7% annually, you'll have over $100,000 in 30 years. But if you add just $300 monthly at the same return, you'll have over $900,000. That foundation makes the math work in your favor. The third transformation is in your earning potential. This amount gives you what I call confidence capital. You can negotiate harder at work because you're not desperate. You can turn down bad opportunities because you have options. You can invest in yourself without the fear of going hungry. I've seen people leverage this confidence to negotiate 20 to 30% salary increases simply because they approach the conversation from a position of strength rather than need. When you have this cushion in the bank, you walk differently, talk differently, and negotiate differently. Employers sense this, and it changes how they perceive your value. Your network starts changing too. When you're broke, you hang around other broke people talking about broke people problems. When you have this saved up, you start connecting with people who understand money. The conversations shift from complaining about bills to discussing investment strategies. Your social circle becomes a wealth-building ecosystem instead of a poverty reinforcement loop. Now here's something nobody tells you about reaching this level. Your family and friends might start treating you differently. Some will ask for loans, others will make jokes about you being cheap. A few might even resent your financial progress. This is where your character gets tested. The people who build lasting wealth learn to say no gracefully and keep their financial goals to themselves. Every purchase now gets run through a different filter. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" you start asking, "Will this move me closer to my financial goals?" Instead of buying things because you want them, you evaluate opportunity costs. This shift in decision-making criteria is what separates temporary savers from permanent wealth builders. So what should you actually do when you hit $15,000? Your first priority should be eliminating high-interest debt. If you have credit card debt charging 18% interest, paying that off is a guaranteed 18% return. No stock market investment can guarantee those returns. Once you're debt-free, your money can start working harder. Set up automatic investments into low-cost index funds. Max out your Roth IRA contribution. Take advantage of employer 401k matching. These moves can save you thousands in taxes while building wealth simultaneously. Look, I'm going to be straight with you. Every day, you're not putting that opportunity fund to work for you, you're actually losing money to inflation. That $5,000 could be working for you right now, copying proven investment strategies from people who've already figured this out. I've put my eToro link in the description below. Here's what's going to happen. You're either going to click that link today and start putting your money to work, or you're going to bookmark this video, tell yourself you'll do it later. And 6 months from now, you'll still be earning pennies while watching your purchasing power shrink. The platform lets you copy traders who are already making the returns you want with as little as $50 to start. Stop overthinking this. Go sign up now. The biggest psychological trap at this level is lifestyle inflation. You feel like you can afford small luxuries now, and small luxuries add up to large expenses. The fancy coffee, the premium subscriptions, the slightly nicer apartment, none of these seem significant individually, but they can easily consume your wealth-building momentum. Fight this by automating your wealth building. Set up automatic transfers to investment accounts on payday. Pay your future self first, then live on what's left. This removes the temptation to upgrade your lifestyle just because you can technically afford it. Because here's the truth about this $15,000. It's not life-changing money by itself, but it's life-changing potential energy. It's the difference between being a financial victim and being a financial participant. It's your entry ticket into the wealth-building game that most people never get to play. And to make sure you get the most out of it, go watch this next video where I show you the 3 rules I learned from Warren Buffett on how to succeed investing in the stock market.